we're an arts charity based in Bradford. We work in South Asian and collaborative arts. We work across several sectors, including sort of arts and health. We have a performance department, and we work in arts and education and youth arts, which I'm in charge of. And we work in communities across a variety of communities in Bradford on sort of principles of arts for all, and working on sort of issues that affect the community through the arts.
I know that sort of looking into some of the things that you do, you use collaborative arts to bring people together, like, especially those with health and educational needs. How do you go about achieving this?
The way we look at it is arts is an open form of expression, and quite often it's a way, it enables people to sort of express themselves in ways that they might not be able to sort of express themselves in more formal atmospheres or more formal systems, if you like. And I mean, basically that's why we feel it can often tackle some quite serious issues, because it's a very sort of soft approach, if you like, and it allows people to really explore their thoughts and feelings in a sort of a creative way.
I know you're beginning the Intergenerational Project in February. Do you want to tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, this is a project which is a larger part of the Como project, and we're running an element of this, which is a series of creative workshops, starting with a launch event which will take place at Kala Sangam, St Peter's House in Bradford. The main issues we're looking at is about identity and citizenship, and increasing the resilience of young people to extremist messages. Now, we're working with various different groups on this, and an important part of the project as well is the intergenerational aspect. So we'll be working with older groups and young groups. And the project will take place through a series of workshops which will run with groups in the community, and we'll also be holding community day at St Peter's House, Kala Sangam, which will be a day opened to groups from across communities in Bradford, where we'll be looking at celebrating performance, films and food, basically from different cultures, and we're looking to hopefully bring in some quite interesting films and art workshops there. The aim of the project is quite an open-ended. It's just an open conversation. So we're looking at people's ideas, thoughts, and feelings about these subjects, and we hope we envisage that the final outcome will be a sort of a visual sort of representation of these conversations. So almost like a storyboard. We don't want to say exactly what will be yet, because it's open to what comes out of these workshops.
I know you're trying to sort of engage people in dialogue then, so to speak. Do you think visual arts in particular, do you think they actually can change people's perceptions of deep-rooted subjects like extremism? Do you think they really do change perceptions?
Yes, I think it definitely can. I mean, we have to make it clear these are very complicated and serious issues, and they're not issues that are going to be resolved overnight, so to speak. But I think the more that people are able to talk and express their feelings about it, and we have to remember a lot of these sort of issues relate to misconceptions and stereotyping, and people just not understanding different points of view. And the only way to sort of resolve and start tackling those issues is through projects like this, where people can talk and can express their views, and hopefully through these processes that people will learn something about themselves and something about other people's points of views, and that's all we can hope for.
I know you sort of touched upon bringing older and younger people together. Do you think, because there is a bit of a breakdown in communication, sometimes I think between old and young people, what's the best way of bringing the two together? Do you think it is visual arts then?
I think, obviously, I'm passionate about the arts, and I believe it's integral to working in this way with issues in society. But I mean, there's definitely other ways, and it's I'm very much about combined approaches to tackling issues like this. There's not one solution. I'll support any any groups and any sort of community work that is working around the same issues. So it's one of the solutions which I'm passionate about. But it's definitely not the only one. There's other roles for all sorts of community groups and religious groups, and there's a lot of different roles for different groups to tackle these issues.
So how are you identifying the kind of people that you would like to take part in it, or the kind of people that will be taking part in it then?
I mean, the way we're tackling, obviously, we're looking to work with older and younger groups. So we've got a sort of set criteria there, and we're also looking to engage with groups, across from different cultural backgrounds as well. Now, how we approach those groups, is through working with partners and working with community organisations and community leaders to identify groups that would benefit from this work.
So are there any classes that you've got open to the general public?
We're currently running some free Bhangra dance classes and also some free South Asian folk dance classes, which are open for anyone to join in. And we've got some taster sessions which are happening on Wednesday, 16th of December, in the evening from 6 to 7. If anyone's interested in taking part in these, or just coming down, or just ringing up and asking a few more, inquiring about what these are about, you can call Brani, who's a colleague of mine, on 01274 30 33 40, or email her brani@kalasangam.org.
Kala Milan is a huge project. It consists of about 70 individual events. And Raj Academy are 3 very special events within that. And Kala Milan, it's divided into 8 strands, which is music, food, cinema, architecture, literature, fashion, faith and dance. And Raj Academy basically straddles 2 strands, which is the music and faith. Raj Academy are a really kind of fascinating group of people that are focused on inspiring sort of people through the traditional Sikh music, and their kind of mission is to engage sort of contemporary new audiences into sort of traditional Sikh music. And the really sort of special thing about Raj Academy is they use very, very old instruments that have kind of been forgotten, instruments that were used sort of around the time of the gurus, basically. And they offer a huge variety of workshops all around the country. I think they're touring in Germany at the moment. A couple of months ago they were in America, so we're really lucky to have them actually in Bradford. And their workshops are really hands-on. They sort of bring in this huge sort of variety of really exquisite, beautiful, delicate instruments, and the audience can kind of touch them and play them and have a go. And Professor Surinder Singh, he's the kind of the I suppose the wise man of the group. I mean, he's incredibly charismatic and really, really interesting.
You've sort of touched on what they do. How do they fit into Kala Sangam then? Why is it that you chose to work with them?
Raj Academy, they mirror a lot of Kala Sangam's kind of passions about reviving traditional sort of South Asian heritage and making it relevant for new audiences. So in terms of when we kind of hooked up with Raj Academy back in January, we were thrilled. And so they led a really fascinating kind of workshop at one of the local temples in Bradford, an afternoon session, and kind of all kinds of ages were kind of on their hands and knees sort of playing the instruments, and it was really open to sort of children, and lots of different languages were spoken. It was really great, and so we're going to try and kind of continue that kind of enthusiasm that was sort of drummed up a few months ago.
So in terms of a lecture demonstration by Raj Academy, what can we expect from the event then? Or the demonstrations?
The demonstration, Kala Sangam, we've got this new word called lekdem. And so either in this case playing an instrument and singing, because a lot of it's about singing, and the whole event is basically it's really informal, very, very relaxed, and so it's kind of creating this informal learning environment where people have this kind of hands-on approach and can interact with the person giving the lec dem. So it's kind of, each session has these sort of two elements to it. So there'll be sort of a short talk, just kind of talking about the heritage, the history, the sort of interesting facts about maybe some of the instruments, and then there'll be a demonstration, a performance or a concert.
Art and religion aren't always seen to be two things that kind of come together. I mean, is this the best way to sort of encourage kind of spiritual growth then? Is that something that arts can do, in your opinion?
I think arts can bridge sort of many gaps, sort of, and I'm talking in kind of community, language, age, sort of generation terms. And I think, for kind of religion, I think this Raj Academy are definitely, a fantastic example of kind of inspirational, sort of a first step into kind of a spiritual journey. Basically, their workshops are so accessible, and I mean Kala Sangam, we're a big sort of believer in sort of using arts as a tool for bringing people together through sort of lots of different things, like health, and in this case kind of religion and sort of spiritual journeys. I mean, we're not trying to kind of divide religions. If anything, we're trying to sort of bring them together, and this is open to all religions, all sort of ethnicities. Sort of people can come in and come to these workshops. The first workshop's at Kala Sangam Beach House, but the second one's at a local temple.
When are the lecture demonstrations taking place then, the dates, and how can these be accessed?
Okay, so the first one is on Saturday the 13th of March, and it's in the afternoon, and it's at Kala Sangam, which is at St Peter's House, which is the big limestone building in front of Bradford Cathedral, and it's from 3 until 5, and that's going to be kind of quite a sort of hands-on workshop. There'll be lots of sort of chatting and talking and playing instruments, and then the kind of second part of the lec dem is going to take place on the following afternoon, actually, at a local temple. The venue yet to be confirmed, but all this information can be accessed from our website, kalasangam.org.uk, or they can ring us or email me, and the number is 01274 303340, and they can email me, and my name's Bryony, so it's BRYONY @kalasangam.org.